So
I want to know how to make a complaint against how you watched what happened.
So here's
you were standing this far away from that incident when Hoyt and the what's the other guy's name? You guys, I asked you right on the scene, what's his name? You refused to tell me.
So
you're part of the complaint.
Okay, that's fine.
You refused to tell me
Okay.
what his name was, and you watched him. Both of them pinned me up together. I looked at you for help because you were the first officer that I talked to. No, we're not done yet. We're not done yet.
Gary, are you here for?
I'm here for a couple things now because I was threatened with arrest if I came down here. And now that I'm here,
well, you weren't
I want to know
you weren't threatened with an arrest by me.
No, not you.
Okay.
Absolutely.
And this is
other than you not doing anything that day, you're pretty professional. Other than you, up until that point, and I told you, I have no respect for you now because you said he didn't do anything wrong. You watched them sandwich me, telling me this. He walked. They were both standing on each side of me. You and me were talking. You were taking a complaint because I just said I want to know his name.
Okay.
You remember that, right? You and me were talking on the sidewalk. I know that was a crazy day, but you and me were talking.
Okay.
I didn't move from that spot.
Okay.
And then as soon as you said, "Let me finish this up and then we'll talk."
Okay.
Do you remember that?
I do, yeah. Okay. That was a very crazy day for us.
Absolutely.
And we've had lots of crazy days since then.
I'm sure you have.
So here's the thing.
No. I'm going to finish. I didn't move from that spot. When you walked away from me and I said, "I'll wait right here," I didn't move from that spot.
Okay.
I made the mistake of turning my video off. As soon as I turned my video off, Hoyt came from this side, at least 10 feet away from me, from that other tree, and walked. You watched it. Mm-hmm. He walked right up on me, no mask, screaming and spitting in my face, telling me to get back. I was standing there in the exact same spot I was just talking to you at, but he saw me put my camera away. And then as soon as he started on me, the other guy nobody will identify him.
So I can't.
I'm not done yet. He came up and they both had me sandwiched in between. You can laugh if you want. If you think it's funny that a person that made that complaint got almost beat up by two cops, if I would have moved in any direction, I would have made contact with one of those officers, and they would have. You know for a fact that's what they were trying to do. They were trying to get me to make a move where they can say, "Oh, you made initial contact. Now we can take you down." Why? What other reason could they have had to do what they did that day? You watched it.
I have no idea. But
did they act professional?
None of that happened.
What?
They didn't take you down. They didn't.
No, they didn't because I didn't move.
Okay.
I didn't move. I stood there and I told them to back the fuck
Okay.
up. I said, "You back the fuck up. You walked up on me. I'm not moving. I'm on the sidewalk. I'm not moving."
So,
and then I finally leaned over to you and I said, "Are you watching this? Are you letting them do this?" That's when they stopped. But you didn't do anything.
I pulled you aside after I walked up and pulled you aside.
Yeah.
Okay. Here's the thing. Okay. I don't have eyes on the back of my head. Okay. So I didn't get to see everything at first. Okay.
But you saw them sandwiched on me. You saw. I looked. We had eye contact.
Okay.
You can't say you didn't see that.
Okay.
Because as they were sandwiched on me, I literally looked over to you and I said,
okay.
And I literally looked at you and I'm not, if I'm talking, please have enough respect. I won't interrupt you.
Okay.
And if you laugh at me again, I'm going to get pissed. Okay?
Okay.
Take it seriously.
I
looked over you, made eye contact, and I said, "Are you going to let them do this?" So you can't tell me you didn't see them sandwiched on me like that.
Okay.
What legal reason could they have to have done that?
Mr. Hicks,
I'm asking a question. I want an answer. Before you go on to anything else, I want an answer.
What
was the legal reason for them to do that?
But you want the only answer that fits into your parameters.
I'm asking. No, you give your own narrative.
We talked about this months ago. Okay.
Yeah, and nobody's done anything.
Okay.
I'm asking a question. You're not answering it. I'm asking a question.
I don't have an answer for you. I don't know. I told you that back then.
But you're an officer, and you watched them do that. It's your job to stop that. If you don't stop it with those stripes, if you don't stop it, you're part of it.
Okay.
You're part of it if you don't stop it.
I walked over and pulled you aside, and you and I walked over and we talked.
And I asked
you,
and
you didn't get the answer you wanted, so you told me that you have no respect for me.
I asked you, did they just act professional? Are you okay with what they did? And your exact words were, "I didn't see them do anything wrong." I responded, "I have no respect for you then."
Correct.
Exact words.
I didn't see the beginning of what happened.
Why won't you guys release the body camera footage?
Mr. Hicks, you can go to the town and talk to the attorney and everybody else.
Repeatedly asked for it from the mayor, everybody. Mayor won't even talk to me, won't even respond. This is going to go on YouTube.
Sure.
Okay. I want answers right now, because I was threatened ridiculously, and I have the emails that I'm going to hand over to a state bar
Sure.
about Robert Schultz. His emails, for him to be a town attorney and write things that he wrote to me, is ridiculous. I gave him a full documented detail of my complaint. His exact words were, "I'm done with you. Go crawl back under the rock you crawled out of." That was his response to me making a complaint.
Okay. Again, I wasn't involved in that, right? And what I told you at the scene was the truth. I didn't see the initial part of it. Yes, I saw everybody up close. I walked over, I pulled
That
you aside.
close.
Okay.
That close.
But-
Inches from my
but
face,
listen-
spitting on me while he's talking.
but listen,
while
I-
he's screaming at me. What was the reason for
I
that?
didn't see the first part of it. And so I pulled you aside. You asked me a question, I gave you an answer, you didn't like it, so you said I have no respect for you, which is
Yeah.
fine. That's your right. If you don't respect me, that's fine.
I don't.
Okay.
Not
Here's-
after that scene.
Here's
No.
the thing, okay? Is this complaint more important than what happened to you?
They're both equally important to me. This guy tried to run me down
Okay.
on downtown Los Gatos, and every store that I stopped in today asking for, they said, please follow up on it. I hope you got the license plate.
Yeah.
This kind of stuff is ridiculous to be happening. We see it all the time.
Yeah. And I've been very professional and honest
single-
and open with you the whole time.
About that.
Yeah.
About that. No, you're fine with that. And you were fine over the phone. You were too professional for me to think that you were the guy that I spoke with on that
Well,
scene.
I've been a cop for well over a decade.
Why would you let that happen then?
I didn't see the first part.
Come on, man.
See, you're wanting an answer that you're not going to get because I didn't see
You
it.
have the ability to watch the body cameras. For
Okay.
me walking up to that first, what was that? I want to know that officer's name. Flat out, right now, I want to know his name.
There was a couple on scene.
The one that attacked me first. The one that, you know exactly
There was
which one.
Officer Fleming, there was Sergeant Hoyt, there was me, and a couple others. I can't remember right now who was there. You're talking about an incident that happened months ago.
January 5th.
Okay, that date means nothing to me
It
because.
means a lot to me. I
And-
get
and it
that
does, and I-
it means nothing to you, but it means a lot to me.
But you gotta understand that I work 4 days a week and I handle stuff all the time. Okay, so I don't know what date things happen. I don't know any of that stuff. Okay, so I'm appreciative of where you're coming from. Okay, but you're looking for answers that you're not going to get. I give you an answer. If you don't like it,
I can't get even a response.
okay, but that has nothing to do with you.
Who am I supposed to talk to?
You can go down to the town offices.
And talk to who?
Have you been in the offices yet?
They threatened me with arrest. I have it on an email.
Okay, have you gone in person?
Did you just hear what I said? He threatened to have me arrested if I came on the property.
Okay.
And I emailed back and said, it's state property. You don't even have the right to make that
Well,
statement.
that's above me, and
I
have
can
no
walk into
idea that
any
you
public
want that.
space and I can handle my business. And I told him that in the email. When I'm ready to come down, I will.
Sure.
But the threats are ridiculous. The threats are ridiculous. What town attorney makes a statement? What town attorney doesn't know the law
So
enough
that's
to
a
say
that's
he
a
can-
conversation that you two had, which is above me. Okay, so I appreciate you
So if
venting.
you, I
But-
get it, but you're also part of the whole thing. So I'm actually glad you were the guy that came. I want to know who I'm supposed to call. Who am I supposed to talk to?
You would go down to the town offices.
And talk to who?
You can ask to talk to the town clerk. You can talk to the attorney.
So you're talking about the person that just told me that I was going to be arrested if I came down. You're asking me to go make a complaint to him. I want to make a complaint above him. Why would I go make a
So the town
complaint?
manager?
He won't. I left 2 messages. He won't even respond to my calls.
Okay.
I left 2 requests to meet with the mayor. Nothing. They don't care about nothing in this town. Nothing. They're paid officials by tax dollars, and they don't do their job.
So Gary,
Flat out.
you're asking me a question. I'm
Okay.
giving you the answer that I know.
Okay.
Okay, and it's not good enough for you.
You're not
So-
giving me an answer. Who am I supposed to talk to? That's going to take my complaint.
I just told you have to go down to the town offices.
Okay. So I'll go down
You
there with
want
my
some-
body camera, and if I get arrested, then I'll sue you guys.
You're asking me what?
I was threatened. Do you want to see the email? Do you want to see the email where he threatened
No.
me?
Here's the thing. You're asking me how you go above the town attorney. I'm telling you you have to go to the town offices or make a phone call.
I've
right?
tried. I've
That's-
made the phone
that's-
call.
that's
I've made the phone calls and I've made the emails
That's the-
repeatedly.
That's the answer that I know. Okay? I can try and get a better answer for you,
Can you?
but as of right now,
Can we follow up on both of these? Because I
Yeah.
want answers for both.
sure.
I want answers for what happened that day that you were at, and I'm so glad that you were willing to respond because you know the whole story and I didn't have to repeat it. And the other question is, what does it take for the police to kick in a door?
What do you mean?
My phone call to the dispatcher was, my neighbor just approached me covered in blood from head to toe, dripping blood, out of breath and crying. He has a history of domestic disturbance. He's threatened my. Still talking to. I'll just let me talk, and then you can say everything you
just
want.
keep talking over me as well. But go ahead.
Okay. I made the phone call to dispatcher. Told them that he came out crying and out of breath, covered in blood. And he has a history of domestic disturbances, and he's threatened my life. He's done other stuff like this. My exact words, I think he just hurt his family. I didn't see any visible injuries on him, but I'm not exaggerating. Head to toe, covered in blood. He had to have done that out of shock value, because now we all know that he cut his wrist. He had to have done this to himself to come out and approach me. He came right to me. We already have a history. You can look it up.
Sure.
He's threatened my life multiple times. You guys have never done anything about it. He tried to run me down in the SUV. That's an emailed complaint to the town attorney and no response.
Okay.
No response.
So what's your question?
Wow, I'm blown away by your response for that. I want somebody to call me. I'm not going to do I've already been doing legwork for 3 freaking months now.
Okay.
I want somebody to call me. I want the town attorney. The town attorney is a piece of shit. I want the city. Don't tell me how to talk. I'm a grown man. Don't tell me how to talk. I want the city manager and the mayor to call me within a couple of days, because this is all going to go on YouTube.
Sure.
And all your little citizens here in Los Gatos are going to know that you guys don't do shit. And not to call the police if you're in danger of your life, because you could get beat up. I was the one that made the call, and I was attacked by the police. What? I want to know why. Why was I attacked?
Gary, I think your interpretation is a little different. Okay?
So you give me your interpretation of that day.
I didn't see the initial. I've given you the
You
same
have
answer.
the ability to go back in there and watch the body
I've given
camera.
you the same answer over and over and over again.
You're not interested in watching the body camera?
You asked how to file a complaint. I told you how to do it.
I'm sorry?
You asked how to file a complaint. I told you how to do it.
But you're not interested in watching and knowing? You're not interested in watching one of your officers act illegally and unprofessional? That doesn't concern you at all? You're not interested? You're not even interested in looking at the video?
I never said that I wasn't interested.
Well, can you go
But you're
watch the
trying to
video?
make a complaint,
I'm
which goes
asking,
above-
can you watch the video and then give me your interpretation of why he attacked me like that? When I walked to, for one thing, when the initial accident, when me and you met, where did I go?
You and I pulled you over to the side to talk to you.
I'm talking about when
Professional.
you initially walked up to
Is
the
there anything
scene.
else I can do for you,
I'm
Gary?
still talking to you. I'm making a complaint. Don't walk away from me.
No, I told you how to make a complaint.
I'm talking about the scene about that day, not about the other complaint. I'm talking about that day. I'm talking about that day.
Okay.
So I want you to watch the body camera footage
Okay.
of him, me walking out after 30, 40 minutes of making a phone call. I stayed out. The reason I asked that is because after we made that initial contact, when I said, you asked, where's he at? And I said, he just approached me back. You went the wrong way, I went the right way. Why did you even do that? I don't even care. Why you went the wrong way is beyond me. Did you see me again after that for the next half hour?
No, because you've gone back inside.
I went back and got out of the way. I'm gonna talk for a few minutes and just let me talk. Okay, please? I'm gonna talk and let me talk. And do not interrupt me with your little smiles and everything.
Okay, Gary, we're done.
No, we're not done. You're gonna finish this complaint because I want to know what happened that day.
I've told you how to file a complaint. You've asked me multiple times. I've given you the same answer. This is months later.
No,
My answer's
months
not gonna
later
change.
because nobody will do anything about
Okay.
it.
So
Nobody
take your
will do
body
it.
camera, go, contact the town offices, okay? You're being degrading, you're being condescending.
I'm being degraded
Yes.
because you won't answer me?
I've given you an answer. I don't know.
You won't answer the question. I'm asking you to review the body cameras of him attacking
Okay.
me.
Anything
The
else you
initial
did?
contact when I walked up to him
You
and said,
said
can I
you did.
ask you a question?
I could be wrong, but I don't think we've been back to that house since that day. Have we been back over there?
I just spoke with a neighbor out there in front. He said you guys have been there at least a dozen times since they've been there.
Okay. Well, since they've been there,
Yeah,
sure.
that's-
I'm talking about since that day.
So I'm just trying to establish if there's a history and why you wouldn't kick in that door and try to see. What if what if his wife was injured and she could have been medically saved? Thank God it didn't happen.
There was no one in there. We were there. We were already on scene when you called.
You were leaving the scene when I called.
No, we were
You
on
were
scene.
leaving the scene when I called. I walked out and you and the other officer were walking
Yeah,
away.
because the wife was down at the end of the street and we were trying to get more information from her.
No, she wasn't. She wasn't.
Yeah, she was.
No, she wasn't.
Anything else I can do
I
for you
was
guys?
there. I'm glad you think it's so funny.
Mr. Hicks?
Yeah, no. I get it. This is why I wear a body camera.
Okay.
Because the Los Gatos Police Department
Okay.
is completely incompetent,
Yeah.
will not follow up on anything.
You're more than welcome to wear that. Okay?
Oh, you're giving me permission to wear my body camera?
You said that's why you wear one. I said,
I don't need your permission to do it.
I know you don't.
You guys don't release the footage. That's why I bought this, because you guys always say, "Oh, we're recording. You don't have to worry about it." No, you don't. You don't release the camera.
Okay.
You don't release the footage. I'm blown away that you wouldn't, because I've been so annoying to you guys, calling you guys out publicly on your Facebook page. Read it.
Okay.
It's on your Facebook page. Look
Okay.
under guest posts.
Okay.
I'm calling you out publicly. Why wouldn't you want to prove me wrong? Why wouldn't you want to post that video and say, "Hey, this guy's a fucking asshole, and this is what we did to him, and he deserved it"? Why wouldn't you want to post that video? Post the video on your Facebook page. Post the video on your Facebook page, beginning to end,
Anything else I can do for
unedited.
you on this case, Mr. Hicks?
You're not going to do it. Yeah, it's okay. No, you are what you are.
Okay.
And
thanks.
the public will know what you are. And
go
your
ahead and send
condescending
that-
attitude about not wanting to post that,
Go ahead
not
and
wanting
send
to
me
show
the-
the video, not wanting to review the video yourself, because you said you were sitting right there and you
Go
said
ahead
you
and send
didn't
me
see
the
it.
video, okay?
Idiot.
Thank you.
Yeah, fuck you, asshole.